Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Paul and in this video I'm talking about the opening range breakout trade, and today it netted me a cool 8.1k, and that was just a single trade I took today, just one trade. And in this video I'm going to go through my strategy and how I use my footprint charts, order flow and cumulative delta to know when to get out of the trade before we saw a market reversal. So as always, before I start any day, I always start off with the hourly time frame, which is here, and I'm going to go into the area I was watching for the trade. So today we opened up around here. It was, this is the post market where we just pushed up from these lows. Notice this bottom tail, bottom tail, bottom tail, and it's an inverse head and shoulders pattern. I don't play pre-market or post-market volume, but that was a classic break and retest long into the pre-market, and then we sold off a bit. We held this trend line. You know, some people could have taken that trade on the buy setup there just as the market opened. 6,300 was a psychological number as well, and you know, that was a valid trade, but I never trade the first 15 minutes of the market, sometimes the first 30 minutes if we got news at 10 a.m. So I waited for my entry, and what I wanted to do, really wanted to see the opening range get to this pre-market high, put three 5-minute candles in, or one 15-minute candle, because I'm looking on the 5-minute. I take my entries on the 5-minute chart, and then put in an opening range breakout, but we didn't get it till a lot later. So now I'm going to drop down to my 5-minute chart, and this is where I've got my indicators. So this is our pre-market. Our pre-market high was there, and I really wanted the opening range to set up about here, but it didn't. So we had a big push up, lots of volume, and as we was pushing up we had decline in volume, and then we just leveled out, and then the opening range came in. So we were above yesterday's high. This orange line is yesterday's or Friday's high, so we are technically in a trending market again, but because we had all that volume on the post market and pre-market above, I wanted to just treat it as a scalp. But that was my intention. This is my opening range breakout strategy, which I'm going to show you right now. I wait for the first 3 candles on the market to open. So that candle, and that candle, just to confirm I'm on the 5-minute chart. Once 9:45, when we put in the opening range, I mark off the low and I mark off the high of the opening range. The first 15 minutes. It's a key area. So I have 2 strategies. One of them is the break and the retest of the opening range high. Look how great that was. That was a perfect break and retest. You could have put your stop just there. Your entry could have been there, and you could have been off. Or it's another strategy. I wait for the first bar to break the opening range, which that bar did there, and then I put my stop just there, above, 1 tick above that breaking bar, 1 tick as a stop loss below that breaking bar. This is my risk, and this is my reward. That is about 3R there, 3 to 1. And then, but today it worked out perfectly. Not only did we have the break and retest of the opening range, but also the breakout of the opening range was the exact same area. So the same trade, I will be honest, and there's a full disclosure now, I did the opening range break and retest. My stop was there, and my stop was just below that candle, and my entry was just above that candle. But equally, you could have used that entry and that stop as well. But that's an extra confirmation. So it's a brilliant trade, because you know, that's 2 trades in one there. Maybe I should have sized up a little bit, but because we had all this volume above, and I didn't really want to scale up, I just went in with my normal size. So my 1R, that's my 1R risk there to there. You can see then we had all this sideways chop. It was really tough. But we held that 15-minute opening range breakout candle. We held that. And notice how we started tightening up there. We had lots of volume coming. You can see that with the point of control. And Nasdaq was just started. I always watch Nasdaq as well, and Nasdaq was showing weakness compared to ES originally, but then it was just starting to push out. I also did take the trade on Nasdaq as well on my Top Step account. So this is using my Apex account, and then we broke out, put in another flag. So this is our first break, we pull back, second break, we pull back, third break, and we pull back. And you can see for my entry was that green line there, and I took my exit right there. And you may say, why did I not hold? My 3R was literally just there, didn't quite touch it, and I waited and I waited and I watched, and I didn't take it for this reason. Firstly, I was watching order flow, and I only got out of the trade literally about 10 minutes ago. So this is my order flow chart, and as you can see, my 3R target was probably about there, and didn't quite get there, top and tail candle. But what got my attention was this green bar. We had a green candlestick, but we had a negative delta, and on my footprint chart, which is a custom built one which I do sell, I highlight this in orange. Just draws my attention. Normally you get a positive delta, that's a good positive delta for a green candle. Negative delta, which is in red, that's a nice negative candle, a negative delta. But if you get a green candle but with a negative delta, then that's an anomaly, and I want to know about that, especially if we're looking to get near the top of a range, or we're looking to find a target area or something like that. So I had this candle come in first. Notice, if you didn't have this information, you'd see this as a green candle with a bottom tail candle, and you think, hey, that's pretty bullish. But we had more aggressive selling in that candle. And then the next candle, look at this. You think, oh wow, this is even more aggressive. This is we're going to see a big move up. Massive bottom tail candle, a little green candle there. But look at this, almost 1,000 orders were. It was basically the negative delta of 1,000, which means there was 1,000 more orders than there were green aggressive buying orders. So that is the alarm bell, this here. So I'll draw my eyes now. I was keeping an eye on this top, getting a bit nervous because it's getting close to my 3R. Then we had this aligned point of control come in, so we know all the volume is here. And then as we broke down, we came back up and retested it. There was one thing I wanted to show you as well, was the large amount of orders just here. So we had pretty much 1,600 orders, 2,000 orders, 1,700 and then 600. So we had a lot of absorption up here, and we couldn't really get back above that area. We broke down. Notice that big negative delta there with a negative candle, so now we're in sync with each other. We pushed back up, rejected. Look at this, another big negative candle. And we tried to push up, but we didn't. We lost it again. And now we're breaking and retesting this big negative candle. You can see that as an aggressive move down. As soon as we broke that aligned point of control, I got out. And I'm glad I did, because that's when I saw that. I remember now. So it was literally 15 minutes ago, and I've forgotten it already. But I was watching a lot. I'm watching the level 2. I'm looking at Cumulative Delta Divergence as well, which I'm going to just bring into my screen right now. So this is a really important chart for me. I stream it every day live. You can tune in every day. I have 2 live streams. One of them is 24/7 NASDAQ and ES Orderflow. It's basically showing you footprint charts and Cumulative Delta. And the other live stream is after I do my pre-market levels, and I go through my plan for the day. Tune into my live ES every day, and you get a more detailed ES order flow, and this is one of them. So what I'm looking for, this is where all those orders came in up here. This is a 2-minute chart, just a normal 2-minute candlestick chart, and this is a 2-minute cumulative delta chart. And what this shows me is all the aggressive buys and all the aggressive selling. So it basically shows me who's in control. And look at this. This is what really did it. I was watching up here. I just talked about the reasons I was watching on the footprint charts. As soon as I saw this was selling off, but we were going sideways, that's another alarm bell. Alarm bells are ringing at this point because they're not in sync anymore. So what I'm looking for is in sync cumulative delta. So I'm looking for higher lows and higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then we had all these green aggressive buying coming in, and with lots of follow through. So this is in sync. That that. It's all in sync. Then we kind of just pushed up a little tiny bit, and then we went sideways. Here we started losing it a little tiny bit, so we had a slight negative decline, a bit like a bull flag basically. But I wasn't quite ready to give up just yet, because I wasn't seeing it on the level 2. I also wasn't seeing big absorption. I was seeing lots of small volume, and if you had the 2-minute volume up as well, you see very low volume candlesticks all down, you know, little tiny volumes. So this was, I would say, it was almost in sync, so I wasn't too fussed about it. It wasn't a big obvious cumulative delta divergence. And then we pushed up and we went sideways, then we pushed up and we went sideways. You know, that's relatively okay. I started to notice a bit of erratic cumulative delta. This is where I started thinking, oh, something's not quite right, because normally you just want to see nice smooth cumulative delta look like the price, but we're like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, like that. I know the price was doing that, but you can see a clear level there. And then we broke out. So let me just clear this again. So we're up to this point here now. We broke out and we pulled back on the price. We broke out and we pulled back and came down. So that was okay. And then this is the key bit here. So as soon as I started seeing aggressive selling coming in, but we were just going sideways. So that is the big, large orders we were watching on the footprint. So it's absorbing that area, and we had aggressive sellers coming in, and that's when I got nervous and I got out just about there, because this is kind of a sign that we're near a top, and it looks like it was a good out because we pulled back. I'm not sure what's going to happen. We may push out, but the other thing is I don't trade past 5 PM UK time, which was midday New York time, and it's currently 2 PM New York time, so I've kind of exceeded the amount of time by 2 hours. So I wanted to get out anyway. It may push up, it may hit my 3-hour target, and I also have a 5-hour target. It may be that, but I don't want to be sitting here all day watching it. And that was the reason why I got out of my trade basically. Cumulative delta divergence wasn't as I was expected. Close that. So I'll just close that. So that is basically my trade today, and it was a decent entry. I'll just go back to my opening range. And these opening range trades are mechanical. I literally take them every single day. I have rules in place, whether it's with the trend or against the trend, or whether it's an inside day like it was today. And you can see here in my bottom right corner, it's an inside day just there. You know, we are trading within the ranges of Friday's candle. So I have quite strict rules in place. If it's a trending day, I'm happy to let it run. If it's a ranging day or an inside day, I will probably manage to trade a little bit more. So today I let it run a bit, and then I started managing it when I started seeing evidence that we were about to reverse. So that is how you can use footprints and cumulative delta divergence on an opening range breakout when you're trying to find and maximize your profit, when you're trying to find the top. You could alternatively do a reversal trade. It's getting close to some of my pre-level areas. I was watching for a reversal. I will bring down my trading view. Just a recap today. You can watch the video from today. It will be the 4th of August. Look for my pre-market live video. And in that video I did say keep an eye on these volume shelves. What's this? This is SPY. Go back to ES because I've got my proper levels there, and you'll see we're pretty close. Look at that. So we've got a volume shelf, and this is why I analyse the hourly every day. And then we've got a bottom pivot there, and I said keep an eye on that area. So target if we take the pre-market high long. But you know, I use that as a target, and I saw the absorption, and I saw the potential reversal. One other thing I did add today is I put the fibs in from high to low, and we're coming right into that 50% as well. So that's another confirmation to take profit. So lots of confirmations. We've got a volume shelf. We've got areas of confluence. We've got the 50% fibs. So for me, there's no reason for me to be in it any longer. We touched it. We couldn't break through. We tried twice, and then we're hovering there. If it goes late, and also look at the time. It's 7 o'clock here in the UK, so I don't want to be trading past 5 PM. So I thought I'd do this video. It only takes 5-10 minutes to do the video, and then that's my day done. And I think that's it. Okay, I appreciate you watching. If you have any comments, please do leave them. I do reply back to every single comment. And don't forget to tune into my live videos every day. I've got the 24/7 NASDAQ, which is showing NASDAQ and ES live every day. That's showing footprint charts and cumulative delta. Every day at 2 p.m. here in the UK or 9 a.m. in the Eastern time, New York time, I do a live pre-market video. And in that live show, I go through all the levels I'm watching. I discuss these exact trades, these levels I'm watching, the bounces and everything. And I go into quite detail and I go through this list. This is my basket of stocks on the right. I go through that list. These are the ones I'm watching every single day. Don't forget to download my free guide. I've got a free ORB guide. Link is in the description. And I will be around every day to answer any questions. Appreciate you watching.